I'm Gonçalo Prats, the head of performance at AdConversion. And after working with dozens of B2B SaaS companies, I've noticed one reason many teams think LinkedIn ads aren't working. I covered it in one of the videos we published on the AdConversion YouTube channel, so I thought it would be valuable to share it here as well. Enjoy!
I see teams applying a Google style measurement lens to LinkedIn all the time, when in reality, Google is high intent. A direct click to conversion path is reasonable to expect, but that's just not how LinkedIn works. LinkedIn is awareness first. Most buyers won't click, but they're still being influenced. After all, no one goes onto LinkedIn expecting to see X amount of ads clicking through and filling out a form, but that doesn't mean they don't see your ads, they won't resonate with them, and they won't virtually not. 99% of the people who see your ad won't click on it, and that's fine. But if that's your only measurement, you're judging the channel on a fraction of its actual impact. It's like you're playing basketball where your leadership only counts the dunks. They don't count the threes. So nobody runs plays designed to shoot threes, even if that's what wins the game. And after all, the threes count more than a two, right? So they avoid the threes entirely because every play they run is designed to dunk the basket because that's how leadership is measuring success. Let's put this in LinkedIn terms. Let's say you're running lead gen campaigns, think gated assets, white papers, anything that produces a visible conversion. Most of the marketers that we speak with are running these not truly because they believe in it, but that's what they need to in order to justify their LinkedIn ad spend. So in this example, this is like they're dunking the basket, even though they believe the threes will help them win the game. When I speak with them, they know that once they put themselves on their prospect shoes, they wouldn't download that content either. But that's the thing, they have to show something internally. So they manufacture that momentum because that's something they can look at the dashboards and share internally, even though at the end of the day, most of it never turns into pipeline. And when leadership changes, because it will eventually, the question is always the same. Google generated X amount in pipeline, LinkedIn didn't. Why don't we simply move the budget towards Google? But here's the thing, LinkedIn's job is not to close deals. It's to make sure that when a buyer is ready, your brand makes that short list. So that conversion might show up as direct, organic, or even brand search, not as a LinkedIn click. But that doesn't mean the channel is broken. The way you're measuring it is. So here's what you should do instead. First of all, educate leadership before the program launches. Set expectations on what LinkedIn can and cannot show directly, not after the first budget review. Then, make sure to measure leading and lagging KPIs separately. So here's what I mean by leading. Impressions with your target accounts, engagement rate, account penetration, something that you can measure within a few days. And lagging, think pipeline, SQOs, closed revenue. These take one full sales cycle to show. Then build a simple source of truth. You can do something really simple. Just connect LinkedIn ads data and your CRM data in a Looker dashboard or just pull the exports. You don't need any fancy attribution tools needed. This will allow you to show how many impressions you're generating with target accounts, how that's growing month over month, and how those accounts are engaging over time. As meetings come in from direct, organic, or brand search, all you have to do is cross-reference those companies against your LinkedIn impression data. Think, how many impressions did those accounts get in the last 90 days? That's your proof point. And then you should also layer in self-reported attribution. For example, the how did you hear about us field on every conversion form. When LinkedIn starts showing up in those form submissions, that's direct evidence that whatever you're running on LinkedIn is working.